Hello everyone, I'm Saiful and welcome to my channel where I try to rehearse what I have learned. Today we are going to see how to manipulate and visualize the dataset within an Excel file. So I am opening my Visual Studio Code, and here we are seeing that already the Excel file I have used is opened. So I am giving the description link how to read an Excel file or CSV file in a Python. So you can actually check this video from the description link. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so I'm just giving one thing there. If you can, yes. Okay, so my bad. Okay, so here is the our Excel file, how to read my Excel file, right? So this is my actual Excel file and this is my CSV file, both are the same. Okay, so in the Excel file we are seeing that there are a couple of data set within this, and it's up to 40 I guess, and many more. So let's just say that print I am going xls, okay, dot head. So we're going to see that the first few portion of the data, you're seeing that 0 1 2 3 4 up to 4, and also the 0 1 2 3 4 whatever you could call, it's the first portion of the Excel file. So if you want to see the last portion of the file, so say for example you want to see the last, right? So xls, okay, dot, you have to type tail, and also just like this. So you'll see that it is actually the later part of the within the data set. Okay, so using the head you can actually see the first few portion of the data, and using the tail you can actually see the last few portion of the data. Okay, you can also you can also get the idea of how the data size, the sample size of the data. So xlx, okay, you can just type sizd size, and you can see that this 328. So the data size of this Excel file is actually 328. Okay, you can also see how the shape. Okay, so select, okay, and also you can type shape, sorry, okay, and this 41 and 8. So 41 means there is the row of 41 row and 8 column. Okay, so okay, let me open the file so that you can actually give the idea what does it mean. Okay, so as you can see there, it is actually 42 up to 42, and this is starting from 1. So yes, from 1 to 42 it's actually the 41, right? So counting from the 0, that's why where these actually the number of row is 41, and also the column 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So there are 8 column. Okay, so this is actually you can actually use from the shape, and this is very useful for the array calculation for the metrics. Okay, and you can also cut out the, you can also cut out, you can also filter out the column, specific column. Okay, let's filter print. Okay, so okay, so we are going to see how, let's for example whale id. Okay, we're going to whale id. Okay, okay, or whale id is not here, not let me double check. Okay, so just double check that even that your name is actually well written in here. I keep the id in small. So yes, and that's whale id is actually here. One thing I actually say, I want to say that there is a size limit, right? In Python or in the sorry, in Studio Code, there might be this limited size for individual approaches or individual cell size. So you can just click here and you can actually extend your double size limit. Okay, say for example I am giving my size limit actually 250 for example, and you will see that my size, this will be enlarged. Okay, see, if the full id actually, if the full data set actually have been incorporated in here. So that's how actually you can visualize in everything. So I am just keeping this simple, just 30 by default. Okay, so shift enter. Okay, so if you want to Okay, so now you want to see that you the individual well ID, you want to see what is the pH of the individual well ID, right? So okay, so what I can do, we can do actually print same will be xlx, okay, xlx, and we can just like this, but well ID, okay, well ID, but this time you have to do another, okay, so another third bracket and comma, colon, and let's write pH, because pH is in our data set, right? So just double check that if the data set is you have written is actually correct form. Okay, so now we can see that we are actually visualizing only well ID and pH in this in our out desired result. And now you want to you show your ID just up to your 10 data, okay, 10 data. So just copy paste and sorry, this copy paste is actually from my previous version. Let's write -10 and shift enter. Okay, you can see that your data set is actually up to 10. Okay, so no matter what, how much your large your data set, you can always came to a forward to your desired output. Okay, and if you want to say that, okay, now pH, so I want to also show the EC or EH, right? But keep remember that you don't have to again give a third bracket for another one, right? So just copy paste, you don't have to do again a third bracket. Just for example, I am just showing you that if I want to give the third bracket, so what happened? So let's say EC, right? Let's see if the name was EC or right. Okay, let's for EH. Okay, so you will see, okay, close the bracket, you will see, don't see the result. Yes, there is an error because you don't have to again give a third bracket, that the bracket is already enclosed. Okay, if you just now you can see, so just no matter how much your data set you embedded, you don't have to again give the third bracket again. Okay, and another pitfall you might face, that just let me show you the pitfall. If you just give any space, okay, so and also if you just give a space, so I mean okay, now you also see them here because there is no parenthesis in within this here. So for okay, so this called the parenthesis, I guess. Okay, so don't give the parenthesis is this, and yes, that's how we actually can manipulate and visualize your data. And again, if you want to count your data, you can also do that. So for this you can write that again, print, and also say that it's ALX, and then you can sort values. Okay, you can do the sort values, sort values of what data you want to sort. Okay, let sort pH. So this is reasonable, right? pH. Method object is not subscriptable. Okay, so sorry, I have forget to give a bracket within there. Okay, so now if you do this, that all of your value have been sorted according to the pH. Okay, so let's say that that serial number 40. Okay, let's open our Excel file. Okay, so serial number 40. Okay, if you can see that the 40 has a lower pH, so that's where we can find this value in the first place. Okay, so what is the second value? Second value is 11 serial norm. Okay, so now 11 serial norm is here, so that is 4.8, that is our low. So and you can see that so from low pH value to higher pH, so the value is sorted in according to them. So that's how you actually can sort your value. You can also count your value. So let's for example call a variable y. You can see that x. Okay, so x select same, and you can that value is actually pH. Also you can just say dot value counts. Okay, so if you just say the value counts and print y, okay, so you see that there how your value counts is actually in here. So there are 3 values that is actually 5.9. there are 3 page value that is actually 6.05. There are 1 value only 7.82. so yes, so it's individual value count that it's an individual value counter, so that you can actually count your value, that how much values for a particular data set and particular script, whatever you can say. Okay, so there are a lot of mistakes during my pronunciation and also my Python term, I guess. So I think I am apologies for that, but I hope that this thing actually I have learned. So yes, and I'm sharing this with you. So again, I am welcoming you for the next module. Thank you.